Hi, this is Jacob with PCTechGuide.com, and this is the third installment of our video series of Why is your computer so slow? And in the description below, you're going to notice that we have the YouTube channel. And what we're doing here in this video series is we're going through several different ways of speeding up your computer. We're covering a way to do it in each and every video, and in this particular video we're going to take a look at your hard disk space and freeing up some junk temp files and some options that you have for it. Now ultimately, for a lot of people, this isn't going to help speed up their computer, but like I said in my previous video, just because it's not going to help you per se, it doesn't mean that this isn't your issue, because there just isn't any one issue of why your computer is slow. It's usually a multitude of issues. So that's why we're going through several different video tutorials here, just showing you quick ways of how to speed it up. So in this particular case, we're looking at our C drive, and our C drive is where all of our programs are basically installed by default. And because of this, you're going to want at least 20% of that drive free, and we're going to see in this particular case that I do not have 20% of my hard drive free. So what I can do is I can actually go through here and I can manually delete files. I can go to the startup menu and uninstall files, or in this case is what I'm going to primarily do, and I'll show you in another video how to uninstall files and some tips there. But in this one, I'm just going to type in clean disk, and it's what's going to pop up here, and I don't know if you can quite see it, but it says disk cleanup on the very top. I'm going to go ahead and click it. And this is going to go ahead and go through a disk cleanup. And another option that you have out there, and we link to an article in the description too below to our website, to PCTechGuide.com, covering the written tutorial of this, and it also shows you a few registry cleaners that are free. Now, I'm not saying to go out and buy the registry cleaner or anything like that, but there is a few free ones out there that do a pretty good job of junk cleanup files, and one in particular is going to be CCleaner. Now, CCleaner is a free registry cleaner. I hate calling it a registry cleaner, and most registry cleaners really aren't even registry cleaners out there. There's they are free ones, but this one offers, we'll just download it real quick and you can take a look at it. So I'm going to save it and install it real quick. My language is English. Now right here, I would make sure you look at this just to see what else they want to install on your computer, because they usually do want to install other things on your system. Yeah, we're good. I'm not going to check for updates because I'm just going to uninstall this right when I'm done anyways. Now, this software might be bundled with other software programs like Yahoo Toolbars or Ask Toolbars, so just keep that in mind that you might have to uninstall other ones. I'm going to go ahead and hit the Analyze button. Everything over here is checked right now, and I'm just using the cleaner option. That's all I'd recommend you use this tool for, really, is just the cleaner option. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Analyze, and then we'll take a look at this while that one's running. Well, I guess it didn't take long, did it? So 3.79 seconds. So if we look here, this is the Windows one. So this one came up with 962 megabytes, and it's going to show I can check whatever I want to delete. If I want to delete the temporary internet files, which I don't, I like my cookies. I do want to delete the recycling bin. Hey, offline web pages, sure, why not? And basically, service pack files, there are none there. This one could be big for a lot of people. You could have gigs upon gigs in that one. So yeah, the rest of this just kind of looks like junk. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK, delete the files. And so what this is going to do is it's going to clean up a little bit of those system files, those temp files on your system that just are of no use to you whatsoever. So I'll let that finish. All right, that one's done. Let's see if we can refresh this, and nope, hasn't affected it yet. So let me go ahead and reanalyze this right now. So it's at 1.5 gigs basically. Hit the Analyze button. It's going to go through it again real quick, and it's still saying it's at 1.5 gigs. And the reason is there's different files in here that this will find than just using the Windows tool. So some of these are overlapping, but not necessarily in all cases. So we're going to see that out of this right here we have empty recycling bin. Well, there actually shouldn't be anything in the recycling bin anymore, so maybe by reanalyzing it actually didn't recheck. My guess is it didn't. So to decide what you want to delete, you can go through and say, okay, you know what, I want to keep my cookies. Let's go ahead and reanalyze. And cookies don't take up that much space anyways, as you can see. Yeah, so there's different things that you can delete, and you look at this and say, all right, you know, I want to delete this stuff, but not this stuff. And just over here, you can just uncheck what you do not want it to delete. And once you're done with that, go ahead and just hit the Run Cleaner button. I would recommend you just briefly to just take a look over everything, just to see, okay, this is where a lot of my files are using, so you can tell that I am a Firefox user predominantly over a Chrome user, and that I use Internet Explorer more than I use Chrome as well. So now that I'm done with that, I undid my personally, I want my history, I want my cookies, I want my recently typed URLs, my last downloaded locations. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit the cleaner now, and it's going to go ahead and clean these files from my system. And it shouldn't take too long. Now that's done, we're going to see that, hey, I refreshed over here. You know, I have a little bit more free space there, and this is something too that I should probably point out just for CCleaner is for applications, you can actually just uncheck it for any particular application. So let's say, you know what, I want to keep everything for Firefox, just do that, uncheck it all, and you'll be good to go there. In the next video, we're going to be covering Startup Manager and uninstalling programs, which is probably where you're actually going to get the biggest boost. So be sure and click on the channel URL and take a look at the other videos, and we'll just walk you through several more ways of speeding up your computer.